Welcome everyone. We're going to be talking about Offerup dropshipping, one of my videos I made. There was a lot of questions, so today I am going to answer those questions here live, okay? And I talked about my winning product. Bah! I'll link that in the description, the exact what is this called? The exact video. So I'm going to link the exact video in the description and you guys can watch that. I'm not going to talk about the whole method, but I'm going to answer questions from here and I'm going to reply to you guys right as this video has launched. So we got from YT Fever Guy. Says, the only issue I see with this is having to pay a first class parcel rate just to send a physical label. But in theory, this can work. That is true. And I believe it's only a few bucks, to be honest. I always forget how much, but I know it's a few bucks. I know it ain't just $1. I think I said in the other video $1. Oops, my bad. Anyways, yes, this can work, okay? So this method can work. It's proven time and time again. Many people are doing it. Offerup dropshipping is working. Omar Jesus Pareles says, well, also on PayPal, you don't get paid instantly when you sell on Offerup. Yeah, that's true. If you actually make the sale on Offerup, I'm talking about drop shipping it in the actual platform, right? Well, if they pay you and you got to ship it, yeah, because they only take smaller items to ship, right? If it's like a couch, they're not gonna think you're gonna ship that, or anything large, they're not gonna think you're shipping it. So it has to be a smaller item in order to actually go through international shipping. When they talk about getting paid through PayPal on Offerup, I'm actually not sure what you mean when it comes down to also on PayPal, you don't get paid instantly when you sell on Offerup. I just link, to be honest, I just give them my PayPal. What I'm talking about with PayPal is I just give them my actual invoice. I send them an invoice. I ask for their email and just send them an invoice. That is what I mean when it comes down to drop shipping and doing it through PayPal in a means. And they could do the whole they could do the friends and family, to be honest. So hopefully that makes sense. Alan Katibug says, which tracking number should you give the customer then? I would give them not the label that I'm shipping out. That's just for Offerup to make it seem like, it's actually moving. I would give them the tracking that is directly from your supplier. So if we're drop shipping from Walmart, I would give them that is exactly from the supplier. That's the one that I would give them. LA Sports Live says, I'm confused. Offerup releases the funds once their tracking number shows delivered. No, that is true. You are correct. That is if you make the transaction on Offerup. There's some bigger items that Offerup won't take if you're shipping, like I said, like a couch or anything big, like a table. They're not going to do it. They're not going to allow you to ship nationwide. So how do we do this? How do we ship it out to them? And let's say they pay. What I would do is I always negotiate in the DMs, right? It goes down in the DM. I would negotiate in the actual DMs and say, hey, I'm going to send you this. What's your email? I'm going to send you the invoice. And I would just send them the invoice, and that's how I would do it. But yeah, Offerup does not release the funds. So you can literally sell small things. Think about this notebook. This notebook that says Psalms 103, right? These little things you can list, and you guys can ship it out there, okay? And yeah, until it gets delivered, until the customer inspects the package, this is just all for security and whatnot. So yes, they do not release the funds until it's delivered, and I guess the package is confirmed, thumbs up by the customer, okay? Marvin Criddle says, I'm not, sorry if I said your name incorrectly or pronounced it incorrectly. I'm not understanding that part about the shipping label and the envelope. Are you saying that you tape the labels to the side of the envelopes? Priority or certified? Yeah, so what we do is we create a tracking, but yeah, what you have to do is you have to make it seem like it's actually moving. So yeah, you have to tape the label onto it. They got to scan it, and you got to say, hey, I just got to mail this out to this address, and they'll scan it for you, and they're able to do it. I know it's extra work. I think running any type of business, making money online is always going to take some work. So yeah, it's going to take some work. Hopefully, because somebody was talking about the gas and all that stuff, hopefully it's very close to where you're at, and if you're willing to do that, and it should be for something that's like a high profit margin. Like I'm thinking 50 to 100 bucks to make it even worth it. You know, these $5 to $10, $15 maybe, $20 maybe, but anywhere below $5, it's like if it's a few bucks profit, I wouldn't do it. But yeah, you have to make it so that the actual tracking is being tracked, that it's moving, okay? Coco P, and I believe I answered this, but I'm just gonna answer this on here on video. What about returns? How do you handle that if the customer wants to return the item? Super simple. With Walmart, it's just like they got like a, 30 days, 60-day money back guaranteed, depending on what the item is, right? Because Walmart also, they drop ship, like, from what I'm saying, like Walmart is just a platform, but they have like third-party sellers, okay? So I could say dropship, but no, they have third-party sellers, and it's as simple as I want to return this, and you got to be mindful. There's some items that you can't return, and I got messed up, okay, on some items that you just cannot return. So make sure you always look at the return policy when you guys are launching and listing these products. But it's as simple as getting the return label, printing it out for yourself, and then just sending that to the customer. You can even say, hey, what's your email? All that stuff, and you can just send it to them and attach it. Jonathan Padilla says, what if your package gets there before the envelope with the Offerup tracking number? Well, if it gets there before, you know what I would do? I'd say, hey, it's on the way. That's fine. It's just a separate tracking. I've never had really any issues with it. Sometimes I'll ask, but it's not like a big thing. We're like, oh, okay. Like, as long as you have high-class customer service and you let them know, like, hey, the actual label might be there. It might go separate. Something happened between, the carriers or whatnot. Just say, hey, you know what? There's some stuff happening with the carriers. Super simple. People just want a reason. People just want to know that they're getting their package to them, and then boom, even if it comes like a day or two later, you should be fine. Ken Johnson says, we drop ship area rugs, some as large as 9 feet by 13 feet. How would that work? I mean, why not? I wouldn't see why it would not work. This works for like anything. Like if you're drop shipping it from another supplier, list them, and then when somebody buys it or wants to buy it from you, just say, hey, if you want to Venmo me, here's my Venmo, here is my PayPal. And I had to have the person that I drop shipped one of these lights to, that I'll be dropping in the comments. I had to get them. They had to like check. They're like, "What's your Instagram?" And I gave them my Instagram and all that stuff, just so we can, just have confirmation that we're legit people. That's it. Okay, so you could drop ship rugs anytime. MW says, super shady. It is. Good idea though for a short-term cash. Kind of sucks that you got to buy the product first though. So you're kind of ASS'd out if the customer decides to be an ASS. It's true. It's really true. I mean, this is, drop shipping, this is just part of it. This is just part of like any business. There's always going to be some, like challenges, and there's going to be some people that take advantage of the system, and it just happens. I just pray those people out. Pray them out. Get them out of here. Move on to the next. Post more products. But yeah, it kind of happens, like especially when you have customers that are just a little too much. I've had those. If you haven't drop shipped on any platform long enough, you will get them. Trust me, they come. It's not how the world affects us. It's how we respond to how the world affects us. RGA, this is a good one. Well, when it comes down to like profits, right? If you are a guy whose ROI is only $5 to $10, having to print the labeled, gas expenses to the mail office, plus the possibility of negative feedback if the label arrives first in the real package, it's not worth it. This is the risk of entrepreneurship. If the ROI is $5 to $10, you gotta print the label, you gotta pay for the label, you gotta have gas expenses if you go to the post office. Hopefully the post office ain't too far. And then possibility of negative feedback if the label comes first. If the label comes first, as long as you have good customer service, you just let them know. That's totally fine. The label, it's happened. Like, it's literally happened. I try to like time it, but hey, sometimes the shipper takes a little bit longer. Sometimes they're like quick. I'm like, whoa, that was quick. Like I try to like time it, but this is just another way, just if like you want to test if products work, and then you guys can go and scale this out to other marketplaces, okay? But yeah, definitely not worth it if it's like for $5 to $10 and you got to do all the extra stuff. Hopefully, if it's a $5 to $10 shipping, or I'm sorry, ROI, return on investment, if it's a $5 to $10 on that, like profit, then what I would do is I wouldn't even post that big item that would need it. You know, like if I posted this bookshelf, yeah. You know what I mean? For $5 to $10, not even worth it. I would do 50 to 100. The point of Offerup dropshipping is you can literally get anywhere from 50 to 100 bucks for higher ticket items. I would recommend the higher ticket products. Nas says, NAS, when you mail to the address, what are you talking about? Mailing what? Are you talking about the Offerup tracking slip when it gets sent to us? Yes. Talking about sending that, we got to mail that slip because it needs to see that it's moving, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's a few extra bucks, but like I said, if you're getting 50 to 100 bucks profit, I'll take it for selling air. Like literally air, like you don't have to store the item, like it's just worth it, okay? So yes, I know I already answered it, but I just want to answer it on here. Last question, Caesar Riv says, this seems like an epic fail. Good luck though. And then Alex Hart says, take a good look in the mirror. I don't know. Some YouTube comments are just very interesting. Yeah, I mean, businesses fail all the time. But if you want to just make some money and just like say, hey, I don't really have that much to spend to start a business. If you want to make some profits, dropshipping is the way to go. Yeah, there's lower profit margin on a lot of the dropshipping. Higher risk because you just have no idea how this is going to work, but it's so simple that anyone could do it. But also what's simple to do is simple not to do. People are dropping off all the time. That's why it's one of those like opportunities where it's like, yeah, I'm willing, I'm going to go take it. I'm going to go do it, you know, because I need to make some extra profit. Even if you make a few $100 a month in profit, man, that can just go straight to savings. You can decide what to do with that, invest in another business model and take it home. I mean, this is just talking about a window of opportunity of a business model that you can take advantage right now in this decade. Hopefully it's going to last for quite a long time, and I'm sure it is because it's still an ever-changing. There's millions of products out there. Let me know your guys' dropshipping stories, and if you guys have any questions, drop them below, hit the subscribe, and I will talk to y'all soon. Peace.
All I see is blessings, got no time for stressing. Don't believe in failures in my life. It's so